Hey guys, so this video is another Ask Anna. If you remember, I used to do these, but then I stopped doing them for some reason or another. I can't really remember why. So a lot of you guys requested me to start making them again. So it's basically where I answer like your guys' questions from either Facebook or Twitter. Okay, so at Nicola Wiley 13 said, is it just you and your mom that speaks Italian, or do your sisters speak it too? I thought this is a really interesting question. I think the only reason I speak Italian is because number one, my dad spoke it all the time at home, but also number two, I went to school there for a year, so that kind of like stood to me a lot because, you know, I was actually speaking it on a day-to-day basis. Neither of my sisters had that experience, so I think that is probably why they don't really speak it as much. My one sister Emma understands it, and she can say like a couple of words, and then my other youngest sister Erica, she can't speak it at all, and she says she can't understand, but I'm sure she can probably understand like certain words. At Shez Baby said, your skin is so fresh looking and amazing. Thanks, but it's not really. What would you recommend for myself, someone who isn't lucky and has had bad scarring? Honestly, a really great concealer is like your best friend. I know that you could get whatever kind of heavy duty or heavy coverage foundation, and definitely like Estee Lauder Double Wear. I love that stuff, but it's so heavy and it's really thick on your face, and sometimes you don't want something like that. So I recommend the Vichy Derma Blend. It says it's a foundation, but you can use it as their little stick things, like stick foundations, but you could use it as a concealer. So I've seen it marketed as both, but it's gonna be your best friend because it covers everything. It covers like scarring and red marks and rosacea and all that kind of stuff. Harriet Truscott said, what do you enjoy and hate the most about doing daily vlogs and filming your whole life? I thought that was an interesting question too. So I think the thing that I love the most, well, I love honestly probably everything about it. Like I would say like 99.9% about it. I do really love it. But probably the best thing is just being able to, just having the blessing and the freedom to be able to stay home with Amelia and have, you know, Jonathan and I are both able to do that, and that's just probably the best thing because we get to see her grow up. What do I hate most? Like honestly, the thing that I hate the most, and I think the thing that is the biggest downer, is that people can be so judgmental because they think that they know you when they really don't. Like, you think that you know your neighbors, but really how much do you know? You know, or just because you see a certain portion of our day every day doesn't necessarily mean that you know everything about us. So I think that just people get the impression that they do know everything and that they have that, like, I don't know, liberty to judge, and I don't believe in judging anybody. At Bingo Pajamas said, do you plan to breastfeed your next baby? Yes, of course, and I hope that I am able to. At ZOMFG at ZOMFG, it's Addie. What's your family side and Jonathan's family side's reaction when they got the news about you being pregnant again? Yeah, we never actually filmed any of this because obviously like it didn't happen on camera, you know, we didn't film it. Yeah, we didn't film any of it because we weren't gonna share that part until like 3 weeks later. So, but everybody was ecstatic. My mom was the first person I called, and she was so happy, and my sisters were both really happy. My youngest sister's reaction was that she wanted it to be another girl, and then Jonathan's family, same thing. They were just really excited and really happy because they both knew that that's what we wanted. Kira from Facebook said, have you not drunk alcohol in nearly 2 years? Did you ever drink? When I read this question, I was just like, what are you talking about? And then I thought about it and I was like, oh yeah, I actually have not, because I don't drink alcohol when I'm breastfeeding, obviously, and then I don't drink alcohol when I'm pregnant. So, and I kind of pretty much got pregnant and I was breastfeeding at the same time, so it all happened together. So no, when you say it that way, probably not. But to be honest, I've never been into alcohol, like at all. I don't know, it's never been my thing. I don't really like the taste, so I don't miss it at all. Tia said, what's the best piece of advice you would give a new mother? I would say the best piece of advice that I've ever gotten was from a doctor, my doctor, like my family doctor, and he said that lots of people will give you all kinds of advice, unsolicited or whatever. They'll just give you advice. Everybody suddenly becomes an expert when you become pregnant or have a baby. Everybody thinks that they know what's best for you. But at the end of the day, what he said to me was he believes in a thing called maternal instinct, and he was like, I think that it's really important to get to know that and trust that, and not for other outside people to try and come in and like break that, or change it, or try and like dissuade the mother from doing what's best for her baby, because at the end of the day, you know your baby the best, and you are its mom, so instinctively you're going to do what's best for your baby. And that's really like, I don't know, that really stood out to me, because he was like, every time I ask him a question or anything, he's never quick to give me too much unsolicited advice, or too much, tell me to do something, or be really strongly opinionated in one way or another, because at the end of the day, he's just like, you know what, you know what's best for your baby. Aoife said, your worst fashion mistake, if you've had any. That was really funny. Yeah, of course, I've had like so many. At one point, I was in Italy with my dad, and I think I was like 13 or 12, maybe actually even 12. So, I didn't really know any better, but I got these tie-dye jeans that were like bell-bottom jeans, completely like skin tight at the top and then flared right out, and they were like tie-dye. They were so disgusting, but I thought they were the coolest thing ever, and I loved them so much that I wore them on my way home, like at the airport. I thought it was so cool. And then I once had these two-tone tie-dye jeans that were like light denim on one half and then dark denim on the other, like two lines going down them. Like, who even thinks of that? I mean, that's just gross. Kinga said, how do you keep your house clean? You have 8 dogs, 6, and a small child, and your house seems really clean on your videos. First of all, I think the video doesn't pick up like dust bunnies and things like that, and like dirt on the floor sometimes, because right now I'm looking around and I can see grass, and I can see, debris from the dogs and such. But to be completely honest with you, like, I don't do it all myself. I think I would probably kill myself if I did it all myself, because it is a lot, and every single day the dogs bring stuff into the house, and it's just part of having animals. You have to, like, if you want a clean house and if you want pets, then you have to kind of work at it. But I definitely have help. I have a cleaner that comes twice a week, and but even after that, I still find myself cleaning all the time. The days that she doesn't come, or that she does come, are like the best days of my life ever. They're like the best days of the week, because I can just not have to, worry too much about having to clean and that kind of thing. But on the days that she doesn't come, like, I still have to vacuum every day. I still have to disinfect things, clean things. I still do like the toilets, and our toilet, and like the sinks and stuff, because I'm just kind of like that. So but I definitely, I'm not saying that I don't appreciate the help. I totally do, but I'm being completely honest with you guys. I do have help, and if I weren't telling you this, I don't know, I don't want you guys to think that it's magical and like that my life is perfect, because it's not. Kirsten said, will you introduce Amelia to makeup, or just let her get into it? I think that I would never try and encourage her to be into makeup, like, not like that, I think that the longer you can go without wearing makeup, the better. I didn't start wearing face makeup until I was like 16, so I just think that when you're young, your skin should breathe and should be natural and all that kind of thing. And I think makeup's fun, don't get me wrong, but I just think there's a time and a place for it, like, or there's an age for it. Like, you don't need to be wearing makeup when you're really, really young, So I definitely would not like encourage her, or be like, hey, would you like to wear, I wouldn't probably buy her makeup unless she asked me for it and it was like an appropriate age. So I find it really difficult though to answer those kinds of questions, just because I don't know, like, I can't look into the future. And before I even had kids, I had all these preconceived notions about what was right and wrong, and now that I have a baby and another one on the way. I'm just kind of like, my mind has changed so many times, so it is difficult to answer, but I just want people to know that I'm not by any means gonna force my daughter to wear makeup when she's just a child. That's everything. I think I tried to pick kind of juicy ones because I thought they would be best. So yeah, thank you so much for sending in your questions. Let me know if you want me to do these like every week, every month, every 2 weeks, I don't know, let me know. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.